The Trout is thrilled to bring you Rhys Stygal, the 17-year-old British blues guitar prodigy taking the world by storm. Hailing from London, this self-taught sensation picked up the guitar in 2020 and is already hailed as the next Stevie Ray Vaughan. From viral Instagram clips to sharing stages with legends like Buddy Guy, Kingfish Ingram, and Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Rhys's soulful Stratocaster riffs captivate fans globally. Join us as the Trout dives into his incredible journey, from overcoming autism and anxiety to rocking Austin stages, and what's next for this young guitar hero. Now here's the Trout with Rhys. Enjoy!
How old are you now?
17.
Okay, you're 17. When did you decide, what was the moment in your mind, kind of think about it, that you said, I'm going to pick up a guitar, I really want to learn how to play guitar? How old were you?
I
Do you
was
remember?
just about to turn 12.
Okay.
And it was funny because I didn't really have interest in the sound of it. It was just, the kind of music I like at that point in time, which I still enjoy, it's just I don't listen to it as often. It was like, that had something in it that I could kind of, play along with and understand. But it was just kind of like, that would be quite fun to learn. But there wasn't really that click at that point.
How old were you when you first got a guitar and you could start playing?
My 12th birthday.
That's when I started. I was 12 years old. And did you get a Strat-like guitar? Or did you get a hollow body? What kind of guitar did you get?
It was a blue Strat copy, like a Sonic.
And then you had to buy an amp. Or did you?
I
see your Fender back there. I see that back there. So.
Oh yeah, that doesn't work anymore.
Oh, you need to get it fixed.
Yeah.
So when did you? No, but I mean, so you started at 12. I assume everything you've learned. Did you take lessons or you just self-taught? You taught yourself.
I go to lessons.
Okay.
But I learn a lot at home too.
Did you? So the person that gave you the lessons, did you tell him what you wanted to play?
He's very open, and he's like, I'll learn, if you want to learn anything, I'll teach it.
When were you aware of the guy that you admire a lot, Mr. Stevie Ray Vaughan?
That was late. It was kind of weird because it was a lot of coincidences happening at once. My guitar teacher, Adam, he was like, he's one of my favorite guitar players, listen to these two songs. And I listened to them and I thought they sounded great and I kind of moved on.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple of weeks later, I was going to go and try out a guitar at a guitar shop. And I was looking on the website and I saw this guitar. I didn't recognize it at first. I was like, that's a really cool guitar. I'd love to try that out. And I just kind of didn't think anything of it. And I went to the guitar shop and tried completely different guitars out. And I think it was 2 days later, I saw that same guitar being played on a recording. It was like a top 10 best guitar players, and it was Stevie live at Austin City Limits.
Oh, the famous video, yeah. The one that's made him, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that was around December of 2020.
And that's when you said, I think I want to learn how to play like Stevie Ray.
It was just, for me, I still go back and watch that, and I'm like, how is he doing it? Because he's so, there's nothing, it's like he found all the right notes in that one moment.
Yeah.
And they all clicked. Everything was understood with that. And I think when I saw that, it was like, how is he doing that? How is he getting that sound out of it? How is he making it talk that way? And I don't know. He's just special.
I got to tell you, what was really intriguing for me when I met you back in Dallas was you'd already been there, I think, the day before, and people were coming up to you going, "When are you going to play again? When are you going to play again?" And I hadn't heard you play yet. Now I know Brett well enough to know that he never tells anybody. He doesn't tell about anybody unless they think they're good. And then we went over and we hung out for a while. That I went over and with the guy that was the guitar tech for Stevie Ray. I can't remember his name now. The Hispanic guy.
Renee.
Yeah, Renee. And I thought, well, obviously you know what you're doing, or you wouldn't be sitting here. And then you go back home, and then I guess you went from here, Dallas, you went to Austin, correct? Or was it, no, you went to Austin first, and then you came to Dallas.
It was kind of a weird situation because it was a real, it started off as kind of a well-planned trip. And then it started with going to Austin for about a week. And then a friend of mine was playing a show, and I got to join, jam with him for the show. And he said, "Oh, I'm opening up for Ian Moore at Antone's. Would you want to play a song then?" And it was like, "Oh, when's that?" And we were going to go and see some friends in Nashville and Chicago as well. The original plan was to go to Nashville after Dallas. And when that happened, it was the day that we were going to take the trip up to Nashville. So it was Austin, Dallas, Austin again, and then it was like going up to Nashville for a day and then leaving in Chicago. So it was kind of a mess towards the end, but it was a lot of fun.
So what did you do? Who did you meet with in Nashville? Did you see people in the business, or what were you there for?
There were a couple friends. The picture right here.
Uh-huh.
The guy who took that picture is a friend of mine. His name's Jimmy, and I got to meet up with him and spend some time with him, as well as Holly Mack, Lonnie Mack's daughter.
Oh, I saw Lonnie play one time. Has it ever dawned on you that when you're hanging out with people that you mentioned, like Holly Mack and all those, that you're thinking, why am I here? I mean, being asked, people to hang around, and I said this earlier, but Brent, people don't invite you to hang around with them unless they think you're good. So how have you kind of thought about that? I mean, I know you love playing guitar, and we'll talk about that in a second, but when you're going from obscurity, basically, and you did it on social media, which helps you, to people wanting to hear you play and people asking you to come play, how does that make you feel? I mean, how does that run through your mind?
It's kind of a mixture of feeling very honored and very confused, because I'm just messing around, really.
Yeah.
I'm having fun and I'm learning. It's not. I'm just messing around, and for some reason people like it. I appreciate that. It's something I didn't expect at all. It was just kind of the whole point behind the social media thing wasn't for, pushing towards that, trying to get, how big can this number get? It was never that.
I understand.
It was just, for me, it was just to keep track on, like, if I was learning something and I forgot how it went, I could go back and look at the video of me first playing and going, oh, that's how it goes. Or, trying to keep track of myself, trying to stay, it's just.
No, I understand, because it was more of a diary for you.
Yeah.
In other words, I just want to put it up there and kind of see it and keep track of what I've been doing. And the one thing, here's the thing about it, after recording a lot, when you get 10 years older from now, you'll be sitting there and listen. You're really good now, but 10 years from now, you'll listen to it and go, well, I wasn't very good. But people, because you're always improving. And the one thing about playing guitar, and I played for a long time, you can never learn it all, because you're just constantly learning. And I think the great thing, too, is you got a wonderful supporter there in your mother that believes in you. Because a lot of times, normal parents, Hey, mom, dad, I want to become a musician. Oh, okay, we'll get a regular job too, would you please? That's usually the way it works. But you're a little ahead of the curve on that. So where are you now with you? You think you've been exposed to it, but what do you want to do? What do you want to do with your talent? What is it you want to do?
I mean, I just want to carry on playing. My favorite thing is playing out live and things like that. Um, I mean, it's just me going. I'm so honored to get to do these things. So getting to record and like do maybe try and find a band and record like that. That would be great. But for me, it's just trying to carry on and trying to learn as much as I can.
Well, I will tell you something that I've learned a lot from all the people I've interviewed. And I've interviewed probably 250 musicians. And I think you're starting to go through this, and this is, this has even come from famous people that are well known. People don't think they're worthy of where they are. In other words, I'm not worthy of this, because you look up to people. If you were standing there and Stevie said, come on stage, I have a friend of mine, he gets to play with Buddy Guy and famous people like that. He's a little bit younger than you. I think he just turned 16. He goes, I don't understand. I said, because this is the one thing I always tell everybody, because you're really good at what you do. And that takes you a long way. And I think what you're saying, which is really intriguing to me, is the fact that, and I think this is about most of the people I talk to, if they could, even if they didn't get paid, they'd still play. Now, obviously, they got to, because that's how they make their living. But you just love music so much, that's really what drives you. And the fact that you said, well, I just do this thing. There's no competition in your brain. In other words, you're not sitting around going, hey, man, I got to get 1 million streams. I got to go record an album. I got to play in front of 15,000 people. All that would be nice, but that's not important to you. To me, it sounds like the music is important to you.
Retired or getting ready to retire? David Smith, your Edward Jones financial advisor, is passionate about helping you craft the retirement you've always dreamed of. With over 20 years of experience, David creates personalized financial strategies to secure your nest egg, fund that dream vacation, or build a lasting legacy for your family. At Edward Jones, it's not just about wealth, it's about living your rich life. Whether you're enjoying more time with grandkids or exploring new adventures, David's here to guide you every step of the way. Proud sponsor of The Trout Show, he's committed to making your retirement vibrant and worry-free. Connect with David Smith today. Call 469-372-1587 to start planning your retirement now. And, oh, by the way, David can assist anybody located in 48 continental United States. Call David today at 469-372-1587.
Yeah, I mean, I think my favorite thing to do at the moment is find as many names of artists I don't know and trying to share that along with this weird thing that's just kind of popped up. Like it's nice that it's all happened, and I appreciate that. And I wake up every day looking at those experiences and saying how honored it is. But like I look at Stevie, for example, and I see him as that first point where it was a real, you can go forwards and backwards with influences. Because I think my favorite thing is that no one's original. No one can say they're 100% original.
No.
But it's that when looking back at those artists that, people like Stevie and Jimmy Vaughn and Hendrix were influenced by, and you look back, you can immediately go, that's where they got this thing from. Or, oh, this song wasn't written by this person, it was written by this person. And you go back further and further, and you find cool things about the different versions you know of, and learning about where they came from and the history behind that. I find interesting, and the like in my head, and I think that's the best way of looking at it, is it's the music that's the most important. When you're playing, that's the most important thing, is to try and play for the song, not try and play for what number I can get or how many notes I can make. It's about going, I need to try my absolute best to get the best quality. And that's the thing I find most important. Whether I think, as you said, whether the number is big or small, I don't care. As long as I can say I did the best I could in that situation, I couldn't care if I got money from it, or if there was, a big number online. I couldn't care about that. I couldn't care about that less. In my head, I go, if I can try and get the best sound I can, and as much of what I'm feeling out, and trying to do the best by the music.
I know you mentioned just a second ago, are you probably thinking about recording? Are you thinking about going in the studio and doing some stuff? I didn't even ask you, are you writing some original stuff too?
I try to, but I don't know how.
Okay.
So I'm hoping I can sit in with some friends and try and record with them and understand how to write properly. I mean, I have no interest in singing, and I'm not going to.
No,
my intention is to put as much of myself into this as I can, to let the other people do as much of it as they can. And that's what I find most important. And to learn how to write something on here properly is something that I find quite interesting, because it's not like what I imagine some people would do when finding words. Going, oh, that makes sense. It's that sounds weird, but it would work. And that's something I want to learn more about. And my hope is to kind of work with some friends on that.
When you put in your headphones or whatever you do, you put on your phone, what do you listen to typically?
Oh, I've got quite a wide taste, really. I mean, a lot of the stuff I listen to is, obviously Stevie's one of them, but I listen to a lot of, I like James Brown and, kind of Albert King and Gatemouth Brown.
There's somebody that people don't know who that is. Gatemouth Brown, yeah.
Yeah, Gatemouth, and I like Jimmy Reed and Eddie Taylor. Fabulous Thunderbirds too, T-Bone Walker. Buddy Guy as well. I mean, it's just kind of a big mixture for me.
It sounds like you like to study about the history of music too. All the people you mentioned, did you ever talk to, or did you ever meet Jimmy Vaughn?
Yes.
Where did you meet him at?
I've met him a couple times. The first time was when I first saw him. He was playing in Denmark.
Oh, wow.
And it was... Oh, Jimmy's playing. Okay, so we were able to go, and I'm very honored that I got to see him play. But I got to know some of the people who work with him, such as Mike, who's Mike Fackler, who works with loads of people in Austin, and it was just great because he just said, if you want to say hi for a minute, then that's okay, and he was able to. He invited me back there to say hi, and that was I can't thank him enough for that, really, because just great. He's someone who I really listen to a lot. I listen to both his playing and his advice of, if you don't know where it came from, try your best to find out.
It's a great comment. That's a great comment. Yeah.
Because you can hear the background of it all. Like when you listen to a lot more of the Delta stuff, you can hear the rhythms they were replicating, like the horses walking and the trains and things like that. You can hear the things they were picking up on to try and make the sound, this new thing. And listening to that, I think in my head, it's kind of, the more you're connected with it, or as close as you can try and get to understanding it, the not more authentic, but the more it will feel right. Whether that's, and I think that's kind of the thing I try and learn about, because I don't think with blues it's kind of, there are people like Jimmy Reed who kind of were doing more dance type music, kind of alongside Ray Charles in that aspect, where it was more commercial in some ways. Like it was more open to the public.
Tell me a little bit about what you see in your near future.
I mean, I love going. I mean, I'm just trying to play as much as I can, but I try my best to get to Texas as much as I can, and like Austin and Dallas and that sort of area. That kind of thing is something I'm really interested in, and trying to get there because I've got loads of friends there, and it's something really important to me, because that's, as much as being here is great, it doesn't have the same interest for music, I think, because here it's maybe 1 gig a week, or and that's like from 7 o'clock until 11, and then it's done. Where in Austin, for example, you could start 8 in the morning and finish at 6. Like there's no real end to it, and
there's so many people down there that play. That's why
there's no real end to it.
No.
You could carry on for as long as you want, and there's still so much to learn from, and there's still so many people to learn from, because it's just so, it feels like there's a lot more, not passion, but like energy for it. If someone wants to go for it and try and learn and play as much as they can, they have no problem doing that, because first of all, there's space. There's not neighbors right above you that call and say be quiet. It's very spread out, and that's something that's quite useful.
Have you learned how to sign an autograph yet? You need to do that.
It's funny. But people. There's been a couple occasions, and that's been quite strange. I just kind of scribble.
Live the dream when you can, and do what you do best, which is play 6 strings. And by the way, have you had anybody endorse anything? Have anybody contacted you about endorsing anything yet?
I am endorsed by GHS Strings.
Okay. That's Boomers, and they make Boomers, don't they?
They do. I use the semi-flat, which is called Nickel Rockers. They it's halfway between flat wound and round. So they're a smoother feeling string. But I mean, I've been lucky enough I have Rapid Fender and things like that, and I've got some friends like Pedal pedals. They do some kind of cool Hendrixy style effects, and also some Stevie stuff. And they do like to cause a bit of trouble online. But I mean, Another thing I can think of is Elmore Pedals.
Okay.
It's a little learning. It's like a foot switch for a keyboard, basically, but you put it on the ground and you don't have to take your hands off the guitar.
Yeah, that's cool.
While you're learning, which is quite fun. I'm mainly using Black Star amps now.
Okay.
But I like using that from time to time.
Always a pleasure. Anything you guys need, keep in touch with me.
We
You got
will. Lovely
Rhys,
to
I
see
wish you all the luck. I know I'm going to see a lot with, and get yourself a new guitar.
He's just finished building one.
I need to talk to Fender and get you a new one.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a good
All
evening. All right. Well, that's it for this episode of The Trout Show. Thanks so much for stopping by, and a very big special thanks to Mr. Rhys Stygal and his lovely mother, who helped put this thing together so I could interview them over there in the London area. If you want to know more information about Rhys, all you gotta do is go to his Instagram, and then it kind of direct you everything. That's where he posts most of his videos. His Instagram is Rhys, and that's spelled RHYS _guitar, Rhys _guitar. That'll take you to that, and you can watch all his uploaded videos that he puts up almost every day and track how good this kid's going to continue to grow with his wonderful talent. Another special shout out to the guy that keeps the lights on, Mr. David Smith with Everett Jones. Thank you, David, again for keeping us supported for this channel. For more information about The Trout Show, all you got to do is go to my website. It'll direct you to everything you need to know, more podcasts, more interviews, more music, everything at thetroutshow.com. And from here on, we have some great interviews with some up-and-coming independent artists that are going to blow you away. So until next time, people, you know what I always say. It's only rock and roll, but I love it. See ya.